The issue of sexuality and sexual health is essential for our general well-being. Sometimes, we wonder about certain concerns such as, for example, what happens if sperm accumulates? This is a question that many could have. Although it may seem curious or even taboo, actually, the human body has natural mechanisms to handle these processes. The sperm occurs in the testicles and, when it is not ejaculated, the body reabsorbs it naturally. This is a completely normal process and does not affect health in a negative way, as long as there are no other conditions that interfere with sexual well-being. It is important to understand that sperm accumulation has no harmful effects if an ejaculation is not performed, since the body handles it without major complications. However, if ejaculations do not occur for a long period, some people may experience a sense of discomfort or even pressure on the testicles. Although this is not something that implies a serious health problem. It is a natural process that reflects the balance in body functions. In general, having good sexual health implies taking care of physical and emotional well-being. Since sexuality is an important part of our life and our general health, consultations with a urologist or health professional are always an excellent option if there is any concern or doubt about sexuality, since they can offer a deeper and more personalized vision according to each case. It is always important to take a positive and educational attitude towards sexuality, understanding that each body has its peculiarities, and the most important thing is to maintain physical and emotional health in a responsibility and respectful way. Promoting sexual well-being is one of the keys to a healthy life, and talking about these issues openly, without taboos, is essential to promote adequate and unprepared sexual education. Talking about sexuality in an open and respectful way contributes to a healthier and more mature understanding of these issues, helping to eliminate stigmas and taboos that often surround issues such as ejaculation, sexual function, and well-being in general. In many cases, lack of information or misinformation can generate unnecessary anxiety or concerns. But in reality, our body is designed to handle these processes efficiently. Sexuality is not only a physical act, but also involves emotional and psychological components that are equally important to our health. The care of our sexual health is an integral part of our general well-being, and maintaining an open attitude towards the subject can lead to a more satisfying and healthy sex life. Often, people feel uncomfortable when talking about issues such as ejaculation, masturbation, or any other aspect of sexuality, but when addressing these issues in an educational way and without judgment, we can reduce the fear or shame that is often associated with them. In addition, it is important to emphasize that each person is different, so what can be normal for one is not necessarily the same for another. Individual experiences must be respected, and open communication with the couple or with a health professional can be key to guaranteeing a healthy and full sex life. If discomfort or concerns are ever experienced, it is best to go to a health professional, such as a urologist or a generalist doctor, who can offer guidance and tranquility. Regular consultation with experts is essential to maintain our health in its best state, and we must not fear talking about these issues. Sex education is not only vital for disease prevention, but also to understand and respect our own bodies, and promote a healthier relationship with our sexuality. In short, There is nothing wrong or shameful in asking about the natural processes of the body, such as sperm accumulation. Everything is part of a biological system perfectly designed to function efficiently, and understanding it in a positive and educational way allows us to enjoy more balanced sexual health. The key is to take care of ourselves with responsibility, without fear of exploring and learning about our sexuality, always in a respectful and conscious way. In addition, by better understanding the biological processes that involve sexuality, our ability to recognize and respect the limits and desires of others is also strengthened. Sexuality should not be seen only from a physical point of view, but also as an emotional and social component that directly influences our personal relationships and our way of interacting with those around us. Having a solid understanding of how our body and the care we should have works is essential to promote a healthy and respectful sexual life. It is also essential to remember that not all people have the same needs or experiences when it comes to sexuality. Some may have more frequently in their sexual relations, while others can opt for a more asexual lifestyle or with less activity. This is completely normal and should not generate unnecessary insecurities or concerns. The most important thing is to listen to our own body and act accordingly, without comparing ourselves with others or feeling external pressure to meet expectations that do not fit our personal needs. As for physical well-being, maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly and having adequate sleep habits also plays a crucial role in sexual health. A careful body is more prone to maintaining a good hormonal and physical balance, which translates into a better sexual function and, therefore, greater personal satisfaction. In addition, it is important to avoid stress and anxiety, since they can negatively affect our sexual health, but also our general well-being. Practicing relaxation or mindfulness techniques can be useful to keep the mind and body in harmony. Finally, if you ever feel that something is not working well or if you have doubts about your sexual health, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Urologists, gynecologists, and other specialized doctors are trained to offer the necessary support and to respond to any concern, providing you with tranquility and solutions appropriate to your situation. In the end, the key to everything is to maintain an open and positive attitude towards our health and our sexuality, understanding that everything is part of a natural and healthy process that deserves to be treated with respect and responsibility. It is also important to keep in mind that sex education should not only focus on biology, but must also address psychological, emotional, and social aspects. Sexuality, in its entirety, is deeply influenced by our beliefs, culture, and personal experiences, which makes each individual have a unique relationship with it. Understanding the diversity of sexual experiences and respecting differences is crucial to create a healthy and inclusive environment. This includes being aware of the importance of mutual consent, respect for the limits of others, and the creation of trust-based relationships. A fundamental part of sexual welfare is the ability to enjoy intimacy in a free way of stress or anxiety. However, concerns about sexual function, the appearance of the body, or performance can interfere with our ability to fully enjoy our sexuality. Therefore, it is essential that we work in our self-esteem and the acceptance of ourselves as we are. without succumbing to external pressures or unrealistic standards that impose ideals of beauty or behavior. If you want to discover the best advice I could give you, stay until the end of the video. If you like this type of videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this. Sexuality also has a great relationship with couple communication. Talking openly and sincerely about desires, expectations, and concerns can help strengthen the relationship and improve the quality of intimacy. There is no unique approach for all, since each person has their own desires, limits, and ways to enjoy sexuality. The key is in mutual respect and in creating an environment in which both parties feel comfortable and safe. We must not forget that sexual health is connected with our general health factors such as emotional health. Proper management of stress, nutrition, and exercise directly influence our sexual function. Maintaining a balanced lifestyle, which includes these components, contributes to our sexuality being a source of well-being and satisfaction. Instead of focusing only on the physical function of sexual organs, we must consider how our mind and body interact to experience full and healthy sexuality. Finally, every step towards understanding and care of our sexual health closer to a life of integral well-being. Talking about these issues, learning and educating us constantly about how to maintain good sexual health is not only necessary, but also empowering. It gives us the tools to make informed decisions, take care of our body, and enjoy a positive, healthy, and free sexual life. Sexuality is not something that we should feel ashamed or insecure, but a natural part of our existence that deserves to be understood, respected, and lived with responsibility. By continuing to explore the relationship between sexual health and general well-being, it is essential to remember that constant education is a pillar to promote a deeper and deepest understanding of sexuality. As we learn about how our body works, we can also develop greater empathy towards others, understanding that each experience is unique and personal. The appropriate and without prejudice information allows us to make healthier decisions, while promoting a positive vision of our sexuality that respects both our needs and those of others. In this context, regular medical consultations with health professionals continue to be a valuable tool, whether to solve doubts about sexual function, physical well-being, or even related emotional problems. The orientation of a urologist, gynecologist, or sexual therapist is essential to maintain a balance. It is important not only to go to these consultations when problems arise, but also as part of a preventive approach to maintain our sexual health in optimal conditions throughout life. A key aspect that is often overlooked is the impact of emotions on our sex life experiences. Daily concerns, work pressure, or stress can directly influence our sexual desire and our ability to enjoy intimacy. Learning to manage stress, practice mindfulness, or look for healthy ways to relieve emotional tension can have a positive impact on our sexual health and our well-being in general. A relaxed body and mind are more likely to enjoy full and satisfactory sexuality. In addition, sexuality is also deeply connected with self-confidence and how we perceive ourselves at the physical and emotional level. The acceptance of our body and our emotions allows us to live our sexuality more authentically and free of insecurities. The beauty of sexuality lies in their diversity, and each person has their own rhythm, desires, and needs. Accepting these differences and learning to respect them in oneself and in others is an essential part of having a healthy and enriching sex life. Finally, when addressing these issues in an educational and positive way, we also contribute to the creation of a more inclusive and respectful society, where sexuality is not seen as something shameful or dirty, but as a natural and beautiful part of human life. Promoting sex education based on respect, empathy, and understanding allows us to enjoy healthier relationships, both with ourselves and others, while we take care of each other comprehensively. In the end, it is about hugging our sexuality with responsibility and joy, and making sure that it is always aligned with our physical, emotional, and psychological well-being. As we continue to deepen sexual well-being, it is essential to highlight that sexuality is intrinsically linked to our ability to connect with others emotionally and physically. Healthy sexual relations not only imply the satisfaction of physical desires, but also the strengthening of emotional intimacy among couples. Sharing experiences, desires, and limits with a couple not only strengthens the relationship, but also encourages an environment of trust and understanding that can enrich sexual life and relationship in general. Open and respectful communication, where both members of the couple feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and desires, is key to creating a positive sexual environment. It is important to remember that sexuality also has a significant impact on our mental and emotional health. Satisfactory sexual experiences can improve self-esteem, reduce stress, and promote a greater sense of general well-being. By allowing us to explore our sexuality free of judgments, we give ourselves permission to enjoy it without fear or guilt. In the same way, the denial or repression of our sexual desires and needs can generate frustration and contribute to mental health problems such as anxiety or depression. On the other hand, in some cases, people may experience sexual difficulties, such as erectile dysfunction, pain during sexual relations, or lack of sexual desire. It is essential to remember that these problems are common and that they should not be a source of shame. Talking about these issues with a health professional can provide effective solutions and treatments, helping people overcome these obstacles and recover a full and healthy sexual life. Advances in medicine and sexual therapy have allowed effective approaches to deal with a wide variety of sexual problems, demonstrating that there is nothing shameful in seeking help if it is needed. The importance of a positive and respectful vision of sexuality also extends to the acceptance of sexual diversity. Each person has the right to explore and express their sexuality in the way that is most authentic, without fear of being judged. Promote an environment of acceptance and support for all sexual orientations and gender identities is vital to build a more inclusive and equitable society, where everyone can live their sexuality with freedom and without fear of discrimination. Of course, sex education remains the most powerful tool to eliminate stigmas and prejudices. Proper education about anatomy, sexual function, safe practices, and mutual respect allows people to make informed and responsible decisions. Likewise, this education should not only focus on adults, but must be a fundamental part of training from an early age, adapted to each stage of development, so that new generations grow with a healthy and positive vision of their body and your sexuality. In the end, Promoting an integral and healthy vision of sexuality not only benefits individuals in their physical and emotional well-being, but also strengthens society as a whole. Respect for differences, understanding of the biological and emotional processes involved, and the ability to communicate in an open and without fear are essential to create healthier, enriching and satisfactory sexual relations. Sexuality must be celebrated as a natural part of human life, and its enjoyment must always be a positive, consensual, and respectful experience. Give the video a like if you liked it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos about this content. Leave a comment so we can know your opinion, and we will take it into account for future videos.